Hello everybody, our today's podcast is all about books. According to recent study, 53% of parents that kids aged 6 to 17 who have read an ebook say would personally prefer to read books. With a surge in ebook readers, are normal to using its users. Today we have two voracious readers, Vibhuti Sharma and Sanjay Verma, who are inclined to ebooks and paperbooks respectively to hold us awesome optimism. So my first question to you, Vicky, is being a reader long before ebooks were introduced, you were reading paper books. So what made you switch?
So, one of the main reasons that I switched to ebooks was that unlike paper books and materials, digital books only require one device to carry around with you. So, that means that I can have a number of books at the same time, read the book that suits my mood at that particular time. So, I'm not restricted to just one book I have in my hand.
As Vicky told us, the advantages of ebooks, so tell me, what advantages do you paper books?
There are lots of advantages, like books are such a helpful tools that do, like if you want to review a book or if you want to maintain a blog, books are much easier to mark, and there we can highlight the portion you want to, you can also scribble. I think we cannot mark in the ebooks.
Well, Vicky, like Sanjay said, you cannot mark on two ebooks. Do you want to say something on that?
Yes, of course, you can mark in ebooks. It is not something you cannot do. Ebooks like Kindle, they give you features that where you can mark the quotes you like or the passages you wish to share. And they even give you features as to share it on social media like your Facebook account or your Twitter account. So there is nothing like that. And if you talk about scribbling, you can do it when you are on your mobile phones or on your tablets using the draw features. They are available. It's nothing that you cannot do it.
Sharing a content via ebook is easy. So tell me, what normal book readers do if they want or share the idea they have.
As the time passes, there are more readers who prefer to read in ebooks. As a normal reader, like a book reader, I should say there is nothing much we can do to promote the books. It is better to like arrange or make a available book in the local bookstore. It will be also good to conduct like a book festival or event related to like normal books, and also it will be good to develop a workshop based on the book content.
Yes, so Urvashi, what advantages do you think an ebook has over a novel?
Ebooks are a win win situation for both the writer and the reader. It lowers the cost of publishing, the printing. All of those costs are almost 40% lesser than publishing a real book. And same goes for the reader. When we are buying a book, the cost is almost like around 40% less for the ebooks than the books. So that helps in being economically well. So when you are buying books, you do not need to think that much about spending a lot.
So do you think is it a good platform for you as many people are into writing these days?
Yes, that's a very good point. Exactly. The thing is that the writers in the coming age, they do not need to think about resources or the money involved. They can easily go online. There are websites like Wattpad that give you features you just sign up and then you start putting your book on there. So you do not even need to pay for the sign up. So this helps all the young writers, which was a problem back in the days when ebooks were not a thing.
Something like Urvashi said that books need paper, which leads to deforestation. So what take do you have?
Yes, it is absolutely right that the rate of deforestation will increase as we use the paper. But with the advantage, there is always disadvantage. In the name of reducing the rate of deforestation, if paper publishing is happen to stop, then how can we preserve our culture? Like in papers, everything can be preserved, like records, history, religion, everything we can record in books or in print.
Moving on to a different point. According to a survey, librarians have started giving ebooks to the patrons who come for them, which are digital versions of books that come in library. On to this, we had a word with the library. Let's go.
With the upsurge in ebooks, the readers are getting diverted from paper books. So, ma'am, what do you have to say on it?
I think ebooks never replace the hard copy or hardbound books, because I think every reader, we have some feel with the hardbound books. Like if I have a book, I am very much comfortable with that book. Kindle and the gadgets are making people comfortable. Sometimes we have a big issue with the Kindle and all the gadgets you can use to read the ebooks. Like every time you have to recharge that gadget, and that is not the issue with the books. And sometimes people have a feeling that books have a certain kind of smell which attracts people, and the comfort level which we have with the books, ebooks never give us that comfortable situation. If we talk about the ebooks and the hard copy books, we can read the books on our bed easily, and it never gives you strain in your eyes. Kindle and the mobile phones have lots of new technologies, but they never give you that comfort level you can find in the books. I don't think that ebooks will replace books.
But according to the research done in America and in India as well, with the rise in ebooks, like, because it's a good platform for youth to get their views to the audience, the number of readers in library have been reduced.
Maybe it is happening because of the new technologies which is introducing every day, every second. In the beginning, some new gadgets and some new technologies come, then people even are very curious to learn about those things. But gradually will again shift to the old things. This will again happen with the ebooks and the books.
The digital media has overtaken the traditional media, that is newspapers, talking of newspapers basically, that it has overtaken it. And we say that in coming few years, newspaper might end. So will it be the same for books?
Maybe, but you cannot say that it will vanish from the libraries. Like our father, our grandparents, and even we too. We are very much comfortable with the books or the newspapers rather than e-books or the e-newspaper, and we are not comfortable with the gadgets too, the new technologies and gadgets. So we want to stick with the books.
So what advantages do you think normal paper book has over ebook?
If we talk about the positive things and the negative things, then I can say one thing, that once I have read the book on Kindle, and I find that on Kindle we have less pages rather than having the book. So I think Kindle have only 72 pages, and the book, which is in hardbound shape, it was around 170 or 180 pages.
Which book are you talking about?
I'm talking about a book which is on Ramakrishna Paramhansa. This is what my experience with the ebooks and the book.
So as we heard, some of the ebooks have less number of pages. Would you want to comment on this?
The one disadvantage that I think ebooks have is piracy related issues, and this is I think this is one of them. And the books you buy should be from a credible source. You should pay. Don't go for free books you find online, and maybe then you can find the real book there.
Ebooks are available 24/7, but it's not the case if you want to buy a paper book. Sangeet, do you think it's a major milestone for paper books?
The available ebook, there always comes like needing material to read ebooks. We have to concern about the batteries, then charging, about the system, like whatever materials we are using, like mobile, iPads or computers. We have to concern about the batteries, and we have to have access to the system. But like books, we can borrow or lend.
Obviously, as we know, getting a book published is a good amount of money. But so does the book. And they might be free, but that is cost for it.
Definitely not. When you buy a Kindle, maybe it's like 5,000 rupees. It starts from there. So, and a normal book can cost you around 500 rupees. So that's like how many books? And in a Kindle, you can put around 20,000 books. So obviously, you're economically much better when you buy an ebook reader.
Sangeet, what disadvantages do you think an ebook has?
Science has given several reasons why the health and wealth benefits of reading printed material. While reading the digitals, we are exposing to the blue light, and while reading the normal books, we are exposing to the light. But like compared to while reading in the ebooks, it is very better while reading the books. While reading the ebooks, it is very harmful to our eyes as we are exposing our eyes to blue light. A report in Scientific America included 2005 St. John's University found out that reading and articles on screens are far more likely to take shortcuts. So while reading on phone or tablets, we aren't able to focus on serious reading.
Obviously, do you want to contradict somebody's point about it?
Yes, definitely there are options in Kindle where you can minimize the light effect it has. So that helps you in reading it exactly like it is on a page. So there's no such difference. And one of the main things that are different in ebooks are that ebooks are more flexible than your paper books. For example, someone cannot read very small font size and they can increase the font size, which is a plus for ebooks and is not a plus for paper books. So people with bad eyesight or people who have some problem in reading a book, it is easier for them to read ebook.
So, Urvashi, do you think books may take place of novel books in the coming future?
No, I don't think it'll be the coming future. Yes, maybe 50 years down the drain, you can think about it, because the reason you want to prefer an ebook is the amount of deforestation it creates. You know how many trees are cut just to obtain paper from them? So, as Sange said before, we need to preserve our culture, but maybe preserving our earth is a bit more important.
Thank you all for sharing your precious time. It was a wonderful discussion with you all. And just know, printed books are more than 30 bucks. Stay on the